What does it feel like to be an unattractive woman? It's really hard. This might be a little messy because it's probably just going to mostly be me venting. Sometimes it can feel unfair, like you were wronged in some way. It's difficult not to feel bad for yourself, because you're never allowed to forget that you're not pretty. It's clear in the way people treat you. A lot of the time, people are nicer and more helpful to pretty girls. They're more interested in getting to know them, romantically or otherwise. When a guy is being a creep on the street, it'd piss off anyone. But when it doesn't happen, you know it's because you're not attractive enough. Which is sick, right? I shouldn't be upset that a guy didn't just harass me. And yet, it makes clothes and makeup not fun. Which really sucks. When I was really young, I was so excited to finally get permission from my mom to wear makeup. Now that I'm old enough that I don't need her permission, I just don't see the point. It never works, you know? Nothing I do is going to change my face. It's depressing. It feels like I'm missing out all the time. I can't wear the clothes that I want because I feel uncomfortable in them. I feel like a poser. Like, who am I kidding? I'm never gonna look like them. I'm not fooling anyone. It feels like I'm missing out. It can turn most neutral situations into bad ones, and most bad situations into hopeless ones. Giving a presentation? Can't wear nice clothes and makeup because everything feels horrible on me. And either way, everyone is already staring at me anyway, judging me. Meeting new people? They're already thinking about how they'd rather not have to stare at my face, probably looking for someone else to talk to. Out alone? Everyone is probably thinking what a loser I am, that I'm not with anyone because no one wants to be seen with me. There's also being the ugly friend. That's always tough, especially if it's some kind of special event where you have to get dressed up. Seeing them exert minimal effort and look flawless, while you do everything possible to try and look good and end up looking just passable, is honestly unbelievably painful and humiliating. I'm probably average weight for my age, but I'm also a little soft, you know? Not a single muscle in me. Kinda saggy. Stretch marks and cellulite and stuff. That just makes it all even more exhausting. It makes me not want to go out most of the time, unless I absolutely have to. It's impossible to take pictures. And when you're with people and you keep refusing to get in a group shot, you just end up being the annoying buzzkill. You try to explain that it's fine, you don't mind not being in the picture. Really, go ahead, just take it without me. But they don't understand that this isn't just a one-time thing. You don't need convincing. It's not something you're gonna get over because they nagged you for a couple of minutes. You're not just not in the mood this one time. This is you every single time someone tries to take a photo with you. They don't understand that this could ruin your whole day. This could kill whatever tiny bit of confidence you've managed to muster for this one outing. One bad picture could completely destroy everything. And when you're ugly, you can't just take a picture in any lighting, from any angle. That just makes it even worse. At least if I'm the one taking it alone on my phone, I can control that stuff. I know what to expect, you know? Hardest part, though, is probably the knowledge that you'll likely never be desired. The certainty that no one is ever gonna strike up a conversation with you out of nowhere because they thought you were just so beautiful that they absolutely could not miss out on the opportunity. You'll never have those cheesy, spontaneous rom-com type moments. Your teenage years aren't filled with fun, high school flings or sneaking out to see some boy or whatever. You get to listen to your friends talk about all the guys they date and what they do for them and how some boy in some class did this or someone at work said that. And you just have nothing to share. No one looks at you twice. Which is fine, most of the time. Eventually, you can learn to make your peace with being alone, you know? That is, if not for the constant reminders that your worth will always be measured based on how attractive you are. So, you just feel worthless. And you know what really scares me sometimes? I think to myself, if I look like this now, how the hell am I gonna look when I'm old? Because apparently right now I'm supposed to be all youthful and beautiful. I feel like I won't even have that to look back on. Being unattractive makes me feel like I'm missing out on the happy life. Even when I try my hardest to ignore this, to focus on things that make me happy, to focus on working hard and achieving goals, it's difficult to find any point to it when you always feel alone and unwanted. I'm pretty terrified that I'll be alone forever.